I remember my first show, I was so damn nervous. Struggling with the rap shit, I was trying to find a purpose, I was lost. I had no juice, no sauce. Never had a win, so I always took a loss, that's facts. Notepad filled with whack raps, man, I hate it. Wishing for the day that I make it. Wishing for the day that when things get better. Wishing for the day that I finally get some cheddar, come on. But that was quite a long time ago. Back when old friends used to still call me bro. Back when teachers told me I was probably slow. Now I got a full crowd up in all my shows. It's Trey, motherfucker.
Give a damn what they say about me, cause I'm good. Only keep the realest of the real around me. It's all good. Ain't nobody ever question my loyalty, my nigga. I'm good around here, living my life with no fears. It's all good.
Living every day like it's my final. Got a couple scratches every time I play, just like a vinyl. Know the Lord is my designer. From a folder to a binder, now I got a couple.
All right, guys, welcome to another episode of the Game Talk Podcast. My name is Rev Tech. Got a wonderful gentleman. Got Brimstone here. Go ahead and say hello, Brimstone. Anyway, introduce your guys yourselves. Welcome to another week of the show. We got a lot of interesting topics to cover, like we do every week. Go ahead, guys. Introduce yourselves.
What's good? It's Gangster.
And what's good? It's the resident gay man, Metro, behind over here.
Everybody knows who I am. I don't need to say anything.
Don't know me. Yet.
All right, what are we kicking it off with, boys?
Would say my mother, but that'd be too much.
Oh, Jesus.
No, that's what I would say.
Oh, Lord.
Well, we can start off with the simple stuff. Two people leaving their respective development teams today. Fernando Melo, today was his last day at BioWare after 12 years. So he's no longer going to be with them. And then Stefan Totilo has just left 343 and Halo Infinite's as Halo Infinite's creative director.
Why did he leave, though? Did he say why, or he's getting tired of it?
Let's see if he has anything to say about it.
I mean, creative directors make some pretty damn good money. You know, that's, in fact, I would even go as far as to say, like, that's why some studios get shut down, is because they get paid so much. So it's a little odd when you hear a creative director getting, or should I say, saying bye-bye to the industry or to that studio. So.
Yeah, I'm not seeing anything specific about it. See if there's a couple articles.
Probably money.
Tim.
Probably money reasons.
Tim
I'm
Longo,
not making
creative.
enough millions.
Tim
I
Longo,
believe.
creative director for the upcoming Halo Infinite, left developer 343 Industries this week, part of a leadership shake-up that arrives late in the development of the next Halo game, which is scheduled for fall 2020. Industry veteran who also served as creative director for Halo 5 had moved to a different role a few weeks ago, according to two people familiar with the goings-on at 343. This week he left the company entirely. Microsoft confirmed Longo's departure and sent the following statement. Roles and responsibilities of various team members regularly evolve to meet the needs of a game throughout development. We have recently had two changes to the Halo Infinite development team. Our executive producer, Mary Olson, will now take charge of the campaign team as lead producer, utilizing her many talents, blah, blah, blah. Additionally, Tim Longo has recently departed our team, and we are truly thankful for his many contributions to our games, our studio, and the Halo universe. We wish Tim nothing but the best in his future endeavors. Overall creative vision and production of the game remains led by Chris Lee, studio head. Yeah, no, nothing on why. Just
Creative
just that he's
differences,
gone.
money, something of the range.
Dick pills aren't working anymore. He cheated on his wife with a hooker, and now he's single, living out of his car. Possibly going to be applying at Walmart next week.
Right.
I don't know, man. I can see it.
I mean, that's not really the case, but you know that would be kind of funny.
Or maybe he has a deal for another game studio.
Let's see if
He's gonna work on the next Uncharted.
Oh Lord.
They're gonna get Halo eyes.
Oh Lord. So, Brim, beer of choice tonight.
This stream is brought to you by Corona Extra, the real man's drinking beer.
Mexican piss water.
When you are desperate for beer and you don't have the money for the good stuff.
Right.
You mean Natty Light, Natural Select?
That is not a beer. We've been over this a million times. That is literally feces.
Well, that's all some people can afford, man.
Yo, I go as low as goat piss. I will not go to feces matter. No way.
Man, this guy hasn't tweeted. I mean, he retweets a bunch of shit, but yeah, nothing from him. So.
I live at a 24-hour.
Probably keeping it on the DL, bro.
Right.
I know these developers leaving. I mean, the BioWare ones are a little bit more concerning than the 343.
Wait, what happened with BioWare?
People are leaving.
Yeah. This guy left
Really?
BioWare. Fernando Mello.
One of the directors of what was it? Anthem left.
Oh, wow.
But I mean, you know, EA is kind of failing, so.
Oh, yeah. Did you ever play Anthem with Lone and to find out if they fixed it yet?
No, never got around to that. We've been playing Forza Horizon 4, more of the Xbox exclusive games, Rocket League 2, and what's the other one? Call of Duty with you. That's what's taking up our lives.
You know what though? Like lately with work and all, like that's like the only game that I really feel like playing because it's just
simple,
so relaxing and simple. Yeah, you don't need to really think too hard about it. You just go. So.
Oh wait, it's all in your mind. We use aim assist. It's all in your mind. Because we can't run it on PC. What our Vega 56 is. Run it properly.
I mean, a poorly optimized game. Of course you can't run, but we don't talk about it.
And Metro pre-ordered Modern Warfare. We family share,
Hell
so
yeah.
it means I got the pre-order, so that's all good there.
Happy birthday to Riv. Oh wait, shit, that's like me in like what, another month?
Yeah, man. What are we doing for your birthday, man?
We're getting drunk and we're getting crazy. Pretty much. or Overwatch or Overwatch or just something else.
Well,
you know what? I'm the same way though. Like if it's my birthday and we don't go out anywhere, I'm just like, yeah, let's play some fucking Call of Duty.
It's like, let's play my favorite game. Fuck it.
Well, I like the fact with Overwatch they announced that they're resetting all the MMR.
Really?
Not this season, but the next season.
Next season, everybody's getting reset regardless if you're Grandmaster or not. It doesn't
Fuck
matter.
yeah, I might try again.
It gives everybody a chance. About time. Should have been done a while ago.
Yeah, maybe I can get back up to Diamond.
Maybe I can be like low gold again.
I want to try what's his face that just came out. Like he was
Sigma.
Sigma looks like an interesting character.
Hey man, a fellow community member of all of our communities, Jace, man, 63 eliminations.
With Sigma?
With Sigma, man, he put that picture up in the Discord, man.
How the hell?
Beyond me, man.
Dude, they've been doing this with every character. Every character coming out has been more and more powerful. Started with fucking Anna and what's her name? The invisible chick.
Sombra.
And then that silly
then they get their
tank chick comes out and she's got the best of like 4 different
She's
characters.
got like Reinhardt, Zarya.
God.
But who got like really shafted on launch, right? Was Hampton. Like he got really fucking shafted, dude. Like Hampton is like everybody's like, oh, the gerbil with the ball, he's so overpowered. I'm like, really?
You want to hear somebody that's been nerfed to the 9s?
No!
You want to hear what's been nerfed to the 9s is Mercy. How many more times?
Right.
Yo, like my girl is no longer my girl, dude. Like I used to be a Mercy main, dude, and I can't even do it. I can't do it, dude. Like soon as I even come out, One single shot can kill me from almost everybody. I'm like, what's the fucking point? Like,
Bro,
what is the point at this point?
I struggle trying to play my boy Reinhardt. They keep buffing everybody else, and around him, he's like, oh, what about me?
Reinhardt just got a buff, didn't he?
Right, yeah, Reinhardt just got a buff, yeah.
Yeah,
he just got a buff.
long? But for how long was he so fucking weak? How long though? It took forever for us to bitch and
When
moan
was
that
the last
everybody else
time you
getting
played
buffed.
him?
Like what? Before Sigma got released. So yeah, he felt a little different, but before Sigma, no, he was weak. Everyone could clap him.
His shield got buffed, and I think his HP got buffed, right?
Yeah, but like, look how long it took.
Yeah.
They didn't even need to change
That's the thing.
Mercy.
That's the thing about hero shooters, though. It takes additional characters to make these changes be more balanced. Like, look at for the longest time. Look how long Roadhog was fucking overpowered. That dude had teleporting hook, and he could go like almost a full from where he's at now, of course. Another 6 feet? Like, it was ridiculous.
And drink the energy drink, yeah.
Yeah, like, it takes additional characters to balance everything out. I mean, it sucks, but it's a hero shooter. That's what you have to expect it. You know, I'm a Paladins player. I love Paladins. But even then, like, with Paladins and the Paladins community, we have to pretty much wait until the new characters roll out before all the overpowered characters finally get balanced out.
I agree that
this has been my problem with Overwatch for forever. I mean, Blizzard in general, because they suck at balancing, but I keep saying they keep trying to control the meta, and it's like the meta is something that evolves naturally as a consequence. It's not something that you try to control, and they keep doing this.
Which is weird because, like, StarCraft 2, they get that shit, they get that shit balanced out, like, dialed in. Like, StarCraft 2 is really fucking good.
Well,
it only took them a decade.
Well, Activision.
But no, even with the new units that they keep launching and the new additionals that they put into all three of the races, like, they've come out with quite a few new things since the last expansion, and it's like, okay, like, why?
Well,
but yet they like I said, they have it dialed in. It's pretty good.
Well, Activision's been teasing recently, since they're hurting for money, pledging for money, selling off Blizzard itself.
But they can't sell off Blizzard. Blizzard does not belong to them. They are literally like a partnership. That's all.
Yeah, they're their own entity. They can't do that.
Blizzard's their own thing. Activision's their own thing. The only person that was able to make any effective change between the corporations was a financial advisor, and that's when everything went down fucking hill. So, and being, Tencent being the majority shareholder, they had to please Tencent pretty much.
That is true.
A lot of people got fired. A lot of people got let go because they were making too much. Now they're rehiring all those old studio heads and developers and executives. Like, what was the fucking point in that? Like, what, you're gonna fire somebody that was making $80,000 a year?
Right.
Just to hire somebody else back on for $75,000? Like, ooh, whoopee, you saved $5,000. Whoop-de fucking doo-dah-day.
Well, Blizzard needs to come out with games, literally, that people want. I don't understand why they're even teasing.
They need to stop, dude. They need to stop canceling projects. That is one of the reasons why, you saw a lot of the old studio heads leave, because all of those guys were literally tied up for fucking a decade of their life making a fucking game just to have Blizzard and Activision turn around and be like, oh no, go ahead and cancel it. Like, what? 10 years I've been slaving my ass off in this office, putting in 12-hour days and only getting paid for 8, just to make sure this game gets put out. And you motherfuckers are going to come by and be like, no.
Right.
Like, that's fucking stupid, dude.
It doesn't even make any damn sense, because Blizzard cannot be hurting for money. They've still got... I don't even want to calculate how many millions of dollars coming in every month from WoW.
Millions? Try billions.
Yeah.
At least, right?
And they can't.
And I know the player base has dropped.
What? It dropped to its original numbers. What
Sure.
fucking do? That's what made them fucking billionaires in the first place. Was
Exactly.
Their original numbers. So we lost 10 million players. Yeah, but guess what? You guys used to brag about being over 3 million, and that's where you're at now.
And it's like,
what?
You don't have enough money to pay your employees decent or hire some extra people so you don't have to work your people 12 hours a day, shit like that?
Well,
That's
no,
just, it don't make no sense.
Because they scaled poorly, dude. This has been my bitch since 2003, dude. Developers and publishers overspend on resources to get their games going, and when they see that numbers aren't meeting their quotas, what do? They just wasted over $400 million a year for 10 years on a development that never panned out. That is the dumbest fucking business decision I have ever heard of. And it's not just Blizzard that does this. Activision does this. Fucking Y2K does, or 2K, whatever the fuck they're called, 2K does this. Every major developer does this, and it's a fucking shame. And they sit there and they, like, what's that one asshole? Bobby Kotick has said this, and the CEO of EA said this. They said that games nowadays cost more to make, right? So this is why we need to make games at $80 more or up, because Bobby Kotick wanted to charge $200 per game. Like, motherfucker, what? You think we're rich? Like, you better make sure you have $200 in content there, motherfucker.
Yeah, I don't buy that shit for a second, and I'll tell you why. There has never been the amount of tools available to developers that there are now. I mean, back in the day, if you didn't want to use one of the 2 engines that were available, you had to code your own damn engine from scratch.
Been my argument, Pete, forever.
Dude, now they've got pre-made engines ready to go. You've got Unreal, you've got Crytek, you've got fucking Frostbite, Source, all sorts of engines ready to go. There's tons of 3D modeling tools and stuff like that ready to go. Like, yeah, I don't buy it for a second.
Well,
that games are more expensive to produce.
My thing with Blizzard is they need to come out with some new IPs, do something fresh.
Yes.
Fresh, something new. They got all this money in the bank. Stop making excuses and literally give us games. I don't want an Overwatch 2. Don't give me an Overwatch 2. Give me, like, StarCraft 3.
A better Overwatch. Or give me a better Overwatch.
Yeah, right. If you're gonna do Overwatch 2, you might as well just make an expansion for Overwatch.
Yep.
And I know for a fact that's a fucking Activision move. It's not a Blizzard move. It is an Activision move. Because Activision has to put a sequel to fucking sequels.
Right.
They're the only company in history to put a sequel to a sequel to a sequel. Like, are you fucking stupid?
You know what
they wonder why.
Call of Duty is the longest running series.
It is. It is. And it's got its ups and downs throughout the years. But Bobby Kotick has always been guilty of what? Cheating his developers of their fucking money. Not paying them for almost a full year until the next development cycle of the new Call of Duty.
Well, here's the thing is...
That's bullshit.
I wish Call of Duty would do one game and, like, keep it out for, like, 2 or 3 years and just keep developing on it.
Right.
I agree. That's what they did with Call of Duty 4.
That's what they used to do with Battlefields.
Take a look at their competitor, Ubisoft. Look at The Division. Why can't they do the same thing? Just keep developing on it and making it more of an expansion.
It's not like they changed the engine or anything.
Dude, Division 1 is still getting new content today. Division 1, not 2, 1 is still getting developed for today.
Right.
Rainbow Six Siege is still getting developed. Fucking what is it? Their last Assassin's Creed, not the new one,
Odyssey,
but the one, is it the one before it, the Egyptian one?
Yeah, the Odyssey. Yeah, Odyssey.
Bruh, getting fucking developed for still.
For Honor is still getting DLC even when it got free.
It's going through its third revamp. It's going through a third revamp.
Yep.
Steep is going through its third revamp.
Yep.
Like, Jesus fucking Christ, people. And here's the thing, dude. Like, one of his biggest excuses was, well, computer hardware doesn't, it's not cheap. It's like, bitch, nobody said you had to fucking buy new systems every 3 to 4 years. Nobody said that. I have seen people on the indie side especially develop fucking games that look AAA.
Oh, yeah.
That are on cards that are older than ours, Pete. Like, it is insane to me that these fucking people are still doing the same mistakes years after year after year after year. They will never change, dude, unless people stop fucking supporting these idiots, dude.
Well, I'll say this. COD is literally this year's make or break them this year with that. They have to make this COD really fantastic out the door.
Bro, isn't it funny that how all of a sudden our input matters?
Right.
Like, we have always said we wanted a more strategic Call of Duty. We want something that's not so much run and gun, but we want something that's on the borderlines of military shooter that is more tactical, more realistic. The motion looks better. The graphics look better. Everything we have ever bitched about Call of Duty of not doing, they are now doing.
They're bringing back a story.
Imagine that.
They're bringing back a story. They're bringing back perks that we remember. They're bringing back tactical that it used to be like. I mean, and core. Think about this, we've been debating about this offhand. You know, core used to be like hardcore, where you would get shot and you felt like you were getting shot. It didn't. There's no stim pack and you heal yourself.
Yeah, Call of Duty 1 through 3 was like that because I remember in Call of Duty 1 and 2, especially when I was doing my sniper montages back in like 04.
Yeah.
Like no, 05. I'm sorry.
Back in the day.
Was that a Call? Was it Call of Duty 3 you were doing that on?
1 through 3, I did that on, and especially with Pacific. What was it? Pacific Front.
Pacific Front. Like Big Red 1.
I would do massive like 10-minute sniper montages showcasing that in regular, you could kill somebody with one shot regardless what sniper you were using. And all of a sudden, it became like, well, the sniper's overpowered, guys. We're gonna need to debuff it. Like, bitch, you are being shot with a fucking bullet. Get over yourself. I've always hated that bitch, dude, more than anything in this Call of Duty community. The fucking snivellers, dude, that go out there and are like, oh my god, guys, the FAMAS in Call of Duty 4 is so overpowered. Like, bitch,
oh my god.
If you were getting shot by that FAMAS in real life, you would be fucking dead.
Right.
You wouldn't be having enough time to be like, oh, well, that shot was overpowered. It hurt too much.
Even the FAMAS in Modern Warfare 2 people bitched about. But the thing is, the FAMAS shot in a 3-round burst. So, like, the real thing they were bitching about was the noob tube attached to it. It wasn't the FAMAS. They were complaining about the noob tube, but they would always blame the FAMAS. And that was what I hated, because I love the FAMAS. I always play without the noob tube attached.
Well, here's the thing about Call of Duty. I'm grateful they're going back to an old place.
God, yeah, so am I, dude. I can't wait for this new Call of Duty.
It's a breath of fresh air to me. My thing is now I want to see that from Battlefield. They need to go back to the roots.
I like Battlefield 5 though. It's not bad.
Well, it's not about Battlefield 5. I just want them to go back to the roots in a way. Like go back to a time and a place.
Back to 3.
3 or 4, like in between.
3 in a different setting, maybe a little futuristic, or maybe take it back a few years and do so. I don't know, not Vietnam because that was already done, but I'm sure they could pick another time period to do.
Why don't they just give us a nice overhaul Battlefield 3 using the Battlefield 5 engine? Like that would
I'd be down for that.
Stellar, dude. I'd be like, you know what? I'd sign up for that. So, their last definitive they did, fucking their servers were packed for like months. I couldn't get into it.
Well, here's another thing. Here's another thing, by the way, that Call of Duty's doing. I like the fact that they're doing the old school CODs. They're remastering them and bringing them into the new generation. Like, for instance, the next Call of Duty after this one supposedly is going to be Black Ops, the original, which I'm okay with that.
Yes,
down for that.
Definitive edition, please. Like Black Ops, I've told people before, if I had to choose between like my favorite and that one, like I couldn't do it because they're both like my favorite, which is 4. Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare and Black Ops 1 were my 2 favorite, with World at War being a close 3.
Well, World at War, I wouldn't be like proposed to them doing a remaster or a redo.
Do a fucking World at War bundle with it, dude. Do a World at War bundle with Black Ops 1. Bam, money.
Right.
It's not like it'd be hard. The engines are all the same. You're just texturing them.
They did it with Call of Duty 4.
Yep.
With Infinite Warfare, which was actually a really good game. So I mean,
why not, right?
I'd pay $80 for that. That's what I would do. $80 for that? Yes, I would.
For like all 3 of the first CODs?
Take my fucking money. No, if they did a definitive edition, because it's the same studio, right? Black Ops 1 and World at War.
Or imagine they did a retelling of Black Ops 1.
That'd be cool.
I'd be all right with that too. They said it was going to be more gruesome. The next one is going to be more gruesome.
Black Ops 1 was based on literal Black Ops that took place, right? Like some of the scenarios were real.
Some of them were, yeah.
But then they went from like 2 to 3, and they went way off base. Like they went fucking
Future realistic.
poof,
Oh.
way out there. You're like, what the fuck? I mean, like it's a good game and all, but like, what the fuck, guys?
Wasn't the same. I just want a 2142 remake. Damn it.
That would be that would be cool.
I'm right there with you. I want.
Or give me a Big Red 1.
Big Red 1 would be good too.
No, I bet like not many people know that was like the PS2's Call of Duty, right? Like,
Well, why did they go back to their
because that
roots?
came out during the same time that Call of Duty, what was it? 3 came out in the Xbox.
2000. Big Red 1 came out in 2004. 4 wasn't it? I believe, because Call of Duty was originally a PC thing, and what I liked about the original Call of Duty, if you ever played it, was the dedicated servers they had.
Yep.
Before there was Battlefield, there was Call of Duty, and they were doing things that were unbelievable. That Battlefield took and used.
Spoiler alert: they were the same team.
Right, there you go.
Fuck, give me a redo of Medal of Honor 2010 and Warfighter. I'd be happy with that. Or you know what? Launch the servers that are actually fixed, not hacker fucking infested.
Right.
Wow, what a thought.
But that costs too much money. It can't be done.
Well,
Dude,
now
I played Warfighter with Junie, right? And we were playing a lot of the objectives together. That game was fun, dude. It was a great game. So was 2010s. And I got into beta access. I mean, I was obsessed with that game. And then all of a sudden, EA just pulled the plug out of nowhere, dude. Fucking EA was like, "Oh, there's hackers here. Yeah, we're just gonna ban these guys and server reset one more time, and that's it." Like, why did I spend $60?
Well, here's my thing. Since now we have crossplay, right? Since we have crossplay now, the dedicated servers should be all one.
And yes, Pete, I said that on purpose.
Oh no. Battlefield 1942 came out 1 year before Call of Duty, the original.
Really? Okay.
Yep.
Then I stand
But
corrected.
guess what? Same team.
I mean, it was DICE.
It was the original Infinity Ward team. Infinity Ward team worked for EA originally, made that game,
And
they helped make the Medal of Honor for the PS2 and the PlayStation 1. And then they said, fuck it, because EA was fucking them. And then Bobby Kotick was like, oh, we'll take you over here. Call of Duty Modern Warfare, baby. And then, what was it, Pacific Front, I think they made, Infinity Ward did, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And Big Red 1, if I remember correctly. I could be wrong, but I think
No,
Big Red
you're right about that. You're right
Yeah.
about that. My thing is, but I want to see those games like thrive. You know, at the current state they're in, that's make or break on both sides. They could be doing a lot better as far as first person shooters go.
You know what I like about EA shooters, bro? And this is like, maybe this is kind of nerdy of me because of the PS2 days when we had those free discs that came in our EGMs. EA would go that extra mile for their games. Like, they would literally go and record sound bites of actual gunfire. Instead of just pulling from a library online and being cheap like they could have, they went ahead, fired a bunch of fucking weapons, recorded it, and then went and talked to real veterans. And then I think there was I can't remember if it was the first Medal of Honor or the second one. They actually went into a battlefield. A developer did. I don't know which guys it was, but they kind of like viced it up pretty much and was like, what do you guys do for this? What's protocols for this? Like how to breach and clear and stuff. So like they went into this full fucking bore, and then they just fucking said, fuck it, dude. I was like, how do you go full fucking crazy with it like that? And then completely ditch your projects? Like that's a shame, dude.
Oh man, I remember even all the way up to 2142. They did have an expansion pack, but they were still releasing free maps. You know, years after the game released.
Yeah.
Right.
And that was back when Call of Duty was releasing 3 or 4 map packs for $15. Man.
No. They didn't release them for 15. They released them for $8.99.
Oh, excuse me.
Originally $8.99, but they started the map pack deal thing with the original Medal of Honor games. Medal of Honor was the first of because it was the same team technically. Medal of Honor introduced the throwback grenade. So like somebody threw a grenade at you, you could take that, throw it back at them, and that's when those guys decided, oh, well, let's make Call of Duty, and that's when that happened. So, God, I fucking nerded out just now. Why did you stop me, Pete?
I'm gonna stop you.
You want to switch
I love
topics
nerding
now
out.
to what Gangster's been talking about all day long about Borderlands 3? Get into that.
Oh man.
You've been all over
Yeah.
it all day long.
Some
Well, Misgendering, the Borderlands 3 character, FL4K, I think Flak is supposed to be named, will get you banned from the official Borderlands 3.
Are you fucking for real?
No, he's not. He's not
Forum.
fucking.
Yeah,
He's fucking for
misgendering
real.
a robot. Misgendering a robot. We'll do.
Yes, sir. If you call him, if you call him him
You're already
or he,
fucking up. You're already
Yep.
fucking up.
then that is a bannable offense because his pronouns are they.
Why?
You know what?
Next thing you know, the next Borderlands is gonna be Z-Zim-Zer, and it's
when
You know what sounds interesting is me putting this lime juice in my fucking eyes.
when I
give me a line.
when I heard Gangster explaining this to me, I was just like, my brain cells are gone.
Bro, I
They're
I
out
lost
the
my
door.
mind earlier, bro. I lost my fucking mind.
Out the door. I said, hit me with a brick, brother. You go buy the brick and just hit me with it, dude. Just hit me with it.
Wasn't one of the third wave feminists a part of this one, if I remember correctly?
I could have swore that they had.
It was
wasn't-
Anita, wasn't it?
I'll have to look that up. I thought it.
So so speaking of the gender shit, the retardation, I had come up with an epiphany the other day
Right.
about Twitch. And I know we don't like talking about Twitch, but just hear me out. You know how we've talked about how the female streamers are getting away with, murder.
Everything, like
Right,
basically
right,
murdering.
right. So there was this picture that was taken of a buddy of mine. He's a pretty big. He's a really big Twitch streamer. I'm not gonna mention his name. Me and him go back, and he had a picture taken with not only at TwitchCon. It was like 2000 and what was it? 14, I think.
Right.
Either 13 or 14. He had a picture taken with not only then Zoe Quinn.
Oh my.
And I have thought since, like, it was kind of ominous that she was in the picture with him because he hates third wave feminists. Like, he can't stand them. And yet, like, here he is taking a picture with her. And I'm thinking, like, that can't be coincidence that she, of all people, would be at TwitchCon, right?
Right.
Like, she's not a streamer. She doesn't stream, right?
Right.
Because if she did, we'd all know about it.
Pretty much, yeah. She doesn't.
How much you want to make a bet? Like, she plays the same role as Anita does with EA and the guys that did Borderlands.
Oh,
as
you
she
mean
does.
like being
I
an
bet you-
advisor?
I bet you she's an advisor for Twitch, dude. I mean, I don't have any personal beef with either one of them. Like, we've had our beefs back in the day. Like, I've since moved on, but it just something screams to me that she has something to do with it.
There's a red flag.
Oh, I
right there.
bet.
There's
I
a red
bet.
flag there. Yeah. I could see it.
Yeah.
That's why I'm,
I
like,
just think-
heavily thinking
I
about
just
leaving
think
it up outright.
I just personally think about all this after being explained all of it. I just think it's stupid, and I think people are nitpicking. And why are we handing out stuff to others? You know what I mean? Like here, when did that become a thing?
When did calling my bro a bro be considered
A bannable
misgendering?
offense.
Yeah, like, oh, I'm sorry, P. I didn't know you were a girl. My bad, bro.
Like if someone goes to my Twitch stream and Brim was to say, "What up, bro?" Because I have long hair, everyone's gonna assume, "Oh, he's got female pronouns." I've literally been called ma'am because someone saw me from behind.
bro, you do look like a girl from behind. I'm just saying.
I'm not mad that you said that, but like, I'm a dude. All right, I will slap anyone who fucking says that to me. In the
I
streets.
just think it's ridiculous. We're in this age of self entitlement, and you owe me something. And I just feel like they're just throwing shit into video games just to throw shit into video games for an agenda.
It all comes and stems from jobless leeches, fucking people that have had the low of the lives that they lived, and all of a sudden they come into this money later down the line, and now they are better than everybody. It's like, bitch, please.
Bro, you want to talk about
where you come from?
You want to talk about jobless leeches? These be the same people who, if they can't make it on Twitch, they go on the internet and say, "Well, the government should give me $1,000 to just survive instead of getting an actual job."
Right.
Fugly as hell, but they want money.
Or how about this? How about don't live in New York? Don't live in fucking San Francisco.
Yeah, they want to live in New York. They want to live in Los Angeles.
Don't live in San Diego. Don't fucking live in fucking, like you said, Los Angeles or California in general.
Right.
Like, these motherfuckers want to live in the most expensive places of the fucking world and bitch about how they can't make it. Like, how about you move somewhere where you can actually afford and get the shit that you want to get instead of pretending like everybody owes you something, because nobody owes you fucking anything in life. This is your life. You were born. You may not have wanted it. Guess fucking what, Snowflake?
You're here.
You only have the choice. You're here. Nobody else should have to pay for you but you. And
Like, my God, if you wanted to be fancy, you could just move to fucking Arizona where it's cheap as fuck, and then go visit Cali and go act like you're balling on a budget.
bro, fucking Denver, Colorado. If you want a capital, go to Denver. It's cheap. Go to
Texas,
fucking
Texas, there you go.
dude, you can get a house, a 2-story, like 6-bedroom, 5-bath mansion on acreage for like $30-something thousand in Texas. No problem.
But no, we
Eagle
want to move.
Pass
We want to
is
move
one
to
of those
fucking.
I just think
Cali.
I think this whole situation is stupid, honestly. Just like the people on Reddit, the people on Twitter, making this a deal is just stupid.
I don't know why anybody views Reddit, because it is cancerous. Like, it is so cancerous.
It is pretty cancerous.
I only go to
I
Reddit for
said-
the art community.
I asked a fucking question, dude, and I looked all over the thread. Nobody else asked a question. But I got shadow banned because I asked a fucking question. I'm like, oh, okay. Like, well, that's my last time of trying Reddit ever fucking again.
And-
Dude, I made my own thread and I made my own community thing. Pete, you were there. You were the one I think helped me. I think it was either you or Wraith for the game talk. I got fucking shadow banned after making my own fucking account. I'm like, okay, I give up. Fuck you, Reddit. Like, I'm done.
And and what agenda do they have with this too? And also too, I'm also thinking in my mind, who are you trying? What demographic are you trying to please?
Right?
SJW, left side, extreme, regressive left.
And
retardation.
when did video games become so political? When did it have to be politically correct? We're
Oh,
playing
don't you
a
know
fucking
they
video
have to
game.
be political?
Or it won't sell. Bullshit.
Unfortunately, drama does sell, and it attracts.
And you know, and then the sad part of all this is Gearbox and 2K and Take-Two Interactive have shot themselves in the foot. Because a lot
over
of
and over again.
a lot of people are not going to buy this game because of all that controversy. There's going to be a small niche community that buys it. They're going to get their money supposedly, but at what cost?
Look at Wolfenstein 2. Let's talk about that controversy. All because like a lot of people like myself or Pete or anybody else has ever said, a Nazi or somebody who believes they are a Nazi does not deserve to be punched in the face for explicitly just laying out their opinion. I'm not saying I agree with them. Like, fuck no, I hate racism. Fuck that asshole, you know what I mean? But I don't have any right to go up to him and commit bodily harm because he is exercising his freedom of speech.
Here's another one. Why are we taking out, okay, if we're going to go that way, why are we taking out history from games that were historic?
Yeah.
For reasons.
Like, that happens way too often now.
It's like, what are we teaching our children nowadays? Oh,
going to school is
there was
worse.
no World War II. There was no such thing as the Nazis. There was no such thing as this. You need to believe this.
Have you actually heard about the what was it, the genocide deniers? They're real, dude. Like, genocide deniers, like, they'll tell you all day there was no such thing as the Jews being fucking gassed. There was no such thing as these things ever happening. And I'm like,
what are you smoking?
Bitch, I would say go to like wherever there is a documented Jew who was a survivor of that and tell them that.
Or their family.
And watch, or their family, and watch a fucking gun being pulled on you.
Dude,
the
it's
funny
gonna
thing
it's
is-
gonna be like one day in school where they're like gonna yank the whole Germany part of the curriculum and not teach it at all.
They already did.
They're
did.
already doing
See,
it
I
now.
had to endure that shit for months. Had to learn about how people died. Had to watch stories of survivors. Had to read the book, one of those books where like dude literally has to run and survive and
And
gets
Frank
chained
and
up.
Schindler's List, man.
Yeah, I had to read both those books. And like, you're gonna tell me this shit didn't happen?
Oh, the
And
huge irony
And
is.
by the way, he could barely read.
Shut the fuck up.
The huge irony is, it's hilarious. They want to take down all these statues of like Robert E. Lee and all this other stuff, but it's like, well, wait a minute. You are literally erasing that part of our history, and how are you supposed to teach kids about what happened and educate them about slavery and what it took to end it and how many lives were sacrificed
What was
when
the
you're
general...
trying to erase it?
Yeah, no, I agree.
And here's
What
another
was the-
thing. Sorry. Go for it, Brimstone. Sorry.
I just want to ask this question, Pete, because I think you probably know more about this than I do. Which general was? I know it was a Confederate general. Now, if it wasn't for him, the whole war would have kept going. He rescued a slave, and everybody thought he was like the worst of the worst. Because I guess in like during that war, he did some terrible shit to people.
We'll get to your
But, like-
comments here in a second.
But like if it wasn't for him saving this one slave, the whole war would have like kept going. Do you remember which one it was? I think there's a statue up in Georgia. I think was it Georgia or Louisiana, or it's either one. It's either that or Mississippi or Alabama. There's a literal like statue of him on a horse, and he was one of the.
you're talking about.
He was one of the first generals to be removed, and they literally like erased the fact that if it wasn't for him, slavery would have like continued, even though the Union was swearing up and down that they were fighting against slavery, but ignored the fact about the large number of slaves who chose to fight in the war defending the Confederacy. Fuck, I can't remember his name.
Are you talking about Robert Smalls?
I don't remember, man. It's been so long since I've talked about this. It could have been. I don't know.
And
I just know he was one of the first ones that to be removed from his landmark.
And here's my thing about the whole thing in Borderlands. Like, who are you trying to help? You're
people
ruining.
that aren't gonna buy the game.
You're ruining a franchise over an agenda.
You know what, dude? Like Wolfenstein 2, I'm still gonna buy fucking Borderlands.
Same.
It's just that simple. I'm not gonna let any of these fucking assholes try to ruin that game for me.
But I'm gonna buy it on a. I'm not buying it on the Epic Game Store. I'm buying it on Xbox.
Fuck
Xbox
yeah, right.
One, baby.
I'm waiting for it to be on Steam.
What was that last thing that just came up? You guys remember? Like, I guess Epic Game Store, or the guys over at Epic put your personal information on a USB drive and left it on a desk somewhere, and like.
Yeah. That was the new one. Some idiot within the fucking place had their
fucking
USB
morons,
and
dude.
left it at a person's house
Jesus.
with
I
all
didn't
this
even hear about this.
all this financial information, and Epic comes out going, by the way,
Oops.
PayPal and PayPal, credit cards, gift cards, anything that you've signed up for is now vulnerable.
Wow.
Now I gotta sit here and change my fucking password. Thanks, Epic.
I have a question though. Like, why aren't they being investigated like harshly? You know what I mean?
Why
Like,
is the government not going in and doing something about it?
they investigated EA. They investigated Activision Blizzard. They investigated I think they even went after Bungie for a short period because they thought everything that Activision was doing was Bungie's idea.
They did
Or at least
Sony too, didn't they?
They investigated Sony. They investigated Microsoft. Even Microsoft Studios.
And if we're gonna talk about
got
this topic,
ransacked
right?
more than once in the last 10 years. They've been ransacked at least
Yeah.
like a dozen times. Like, what the fuck? Why aren't they going after Epic, dude? Like, these guys are some of the most numbskull fucking morons in the industry.
Well, also,
to sit there and misplace people's information.
That's because
You
Tencent
gotta be
throws around
some-
money.
You literally have to be some sort of specially kind of engineered stupid to do that. Dude.
well, Brimstone, also it's happening on Steam. Steam security saga continues with vulnerability, and they're now bringing out a fix to fix that. It's within their command line.
What happened with Steam? I didn't hear about this.
They have a security flaw that allows attackers and hacker to bypass Steam created by Steam. It was to exploit their vulnerabilities on their platform. Lone posted that, courtesy of Lone.
Oh wow.
Yep. Steam, the PC gaming storefront and platform owned by Valve, blah, blah, blah. Has client software that's found. It's those users who are. Oh, God, come on. Security researcher Vasily Felix Kravets via thread post found the privilege escalation issue within the Steam client service. The program Steam users install to play games. The client service can be stopped and started by any user on the device, and when someone does, they get access to a series of Windows registry subkeys related to the program.
Jesus Christ!
Jesus Christ!
These keys can then be edited to symlink, symbolic link, or shortcut to access one file or registry key from another to other locations on the device. Kravitz found he could point a Steam-related symlink to a registry key with administrative privileges, restart the PC, and gain access to a command prompt with full system control.
Hello, future. What was it? 10 million plus botnet. Fucking retards. Oh god.
You know, it's funny.
In addition to the NVIDIA security problems, and in addition to the Intel security problems, seems like there's a whole bunch of companies these days who are having issues with security.
Remember when we said it wasn't just Epic that was having their problems?
Yeah.
Now they're all having their problems.
Bro.
Not good old games.
Not good old games. Yeah, I'll give you that.
Which, by the way, are selling Diablo 1 with its expansion. I was so hyped when I saw that the other day. I think I said something to Pete about it. Like, oh my god, Hellfire's on here. He's like, what?
You did.
Let's see here. Let's read some
so
of the.
happy.
Let's go to the comments, live comments. Let's see. People forget about white people sacrificing their lives to stop slavery. That was
Garuda is not wrong.
Let's see here.
He's on point.
I am
he's
straight
absolutely
and black, and I only like straight men and women, no matter what. No matter what, if they are white or black. And then I think his final comment is,
I don't like the figs either, Garuda.
And what is it? Epic Games owes people money for
What you trying to say, Pete?
canceling Paragon to make a shit game called Fortnite. Here's the thing with that: if people really wanted to, they could start a class action lawsuit.
They could.
And I don't know why anybody hasn't yet.
Because they don't fucking think ahead, dude. They're fucking stupid.
Like look at Apple when they were overcharging for iBooks at one point. They started a class action lawsuit. Everybody got $300 a check, damages and everything.
That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. Like, I'm not saying we would all get that money back. If
Well-
anything, I want my Kickstart fucking money back.
Well,
dude. That's all I care about.
I'll put it this way: with the iBooks lawsuit that took place with all the publishers, I know me and my mom did a fill out thing for the lawsuit. We got $300 checks, both paid out by Apple themselves because they screwed over so many people buying ebooks.
The only thing I could think of, the reason why no one's done it yet, is because their argument would be, well, we released the source code and all of its assets for free.
Right.
That would be their argument.
Yeah, but it's not like anybody could put that game out there as is and play it.
That's true.
True.
I mean, I was looking forward to that game.
I played it. I played it quite
It was
a
a
bit.
fun
and
game,
I loved
actually.
it. It was a great game, dude. Like, I actually, like, at the time when I was playing it, League of Legends, Dota 2 were my two top MOBAs next to Heroes of the Storm.
I think they were talking about bringing it to the Switch with Dauntless when Dauntless was becoming a thing.
Wait, bring it what game?
Paragon. They were.
But I thought they closed the servers.
They did, but they were talking about
did.
before they closed it, they were going to release it to the Switch and bring it into
They
a
made
thing.
they made some promises that they probably should have like never made.
Yep.
And dude, Paragon was like my shit, dude. That was like literally my top MOBA. Like, I ditched Smite, I ditched Paladins, I ditched everything. I played mainly that for like months on end. Pete would be playing Dota 2. I'd be playing fucking that game. Like,
Yep.
I loved that game. And then when they canceled it, dude, like the community, like they're like, oh, our numbers weren't really that high. I'm like, bitch, I could get into any game and there'd be full players with maybe one bot, if that. And if there was a bot, they'd be filled in almost immediately. Like, the excuses, dude. Oh man, the excuses.
And if we're gonna, speaking of your comment, Gouda, there, speaking of that, Fortnite, right? They added mechs to the damn shit recently.
Oh, the community hates
Nobody loves that shit.
I just can't believe. Okay, so you're taking from another franchise, right? Called Titanfall. Why?
Yep.
Why?
I heard Ninja the other morning bitching about that on Mixer. Like, he fucking hates them, dude. Like,
Yo, there are so many people on Mixer
So
that
they're
have
OP,
on their
that's
screen.
why.
So many people on their screens, they say, "Fuck mechs, kill them on sight."
yeah, there are people that are going in there and like they're squatting up just to
kill the mechs, just to kill mechs, and then Fortnite as usual.
I mean, as awesome as Apex Legends would be with Titans in it, there's a reason that they're not.
Because they'd be too fucking OP against regular people.
Especially in a free-for-all battle royale type game.
When it should be pilots versus pilots.
So,
Yeah.
Pete, you're a Titan. You're a fellow Titanfall 2 fan.
I am.
What fucking characters do these guys come from? I don't remember any of these motherfuckers from the game. They said that they're based. They said the developer said that they were based on the Titanfall mythos. Okay, I played Titanfall 1. I played Titanfall 2, and I loved both of those games. I don't recognize any of those guys. Maybe the dude with like the frizzled like shoulders, the like from part 2, the fucking the guy with the fucking fur coat thing. Like maybe him towards the end. Okay, I'll give him that. But
wait, you talking about the Hawaiian dude?
Yeah. Who the fuck else is in there that is from the mythos? Is there mythos that we don't know about?
No, I think it's more like based on, and so they just kind of sort of look like people from Titanfall. They've got similar armor and obviously guns and shit like that.
One person.
The Hawaiian brother.
The Hawaiian dude. But like everybody else, you didn't see them bitches in Titanfall. Like, what the fuck?
It would have been nice to see some cameos of some Titanfall dudes.
Shit, if we could got the pilot from Titanfall 2.
Which pilot? The one that
had BT.
The one you played, yeah.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Yeah.
Yeah, like, dude, even just get his voice.
Sorry, I missed out on whatever you guys were talking about.
That'd be nice,
right?
And then maybe like if you win, he comes up and he's like, "Congratulations, soldier!"
Right?
Hand you the damn statue.
I'd be down.
I don't know. Fortnite's just kind of gone down the shitter.
The fucking wild cards system that we had, like that was cool. Like the temporary boost that you got on spawn, and then once you died, it reset. Like, I mean, I'm just saying, I don't see anything that resembles Titanfall, like at all.
What, in Apex?
Yeah, it's like loosely based on Titanfall.
Very fucking loose.
Are we talking about Apex here? Apex is literally watered down.
Need for Speed, baby, Heat.
Oh god.
Anybody in the comments gonna get that game? Let me know. I really want to know how that game's going to do before I buy it, because EA has been shitting the bed in the last.
Hey, Brimstone, you'll know day one because I'm buying it day one.
Now?
I'm buying it day one.
A decade's worth.
Brimstone, you're gonna know day one because I'm buying it day one on Xbox.
The newest Hot Pursuit was good. Like me and Gamer Dragon played the shit out of that game. That game was a lot of fun. Multiplayer's great. But after that, like, the fuck, like me and fucking Rev have talked about this. The one that was online. What year was that? 2014.
Well, if you want to go there, we really want to talk about it. Let's go.
I don't hear you.
Oh, you muted. You muted.
Am I muted? Am I muted?
What?
Am I muted?
Rev's muted.
Oh shit.
Is he?
There we go. Sorry.
Oh.
There you go. Try that again.
Sorry, my dogs are barking. That's why.
Oh no, you're good. 2014 was it? I don't remember.
Yeah.
Need for Speed, what was it?
So it started like this. So Need for Speed Rivals came out, right? That was always online as well. So when you would hit, and then whatever the other game was right behind it, I think it was Most Wanted. What was it, Most Wanted?
Might have been.
I think so.
They were both always online. The problem with that is when you would pause, your car would still go. There was no pausing system.
It was set up like set up like an MMO, but for cars.
Basically. And what was the other one that they had? They had Need for
Most Wanted was first, then Rivals,
Okay.
2012, 2013, and then No Limits, Need for Speed, and then Payback.
Well, Need for Speed came out. I played the shit out of it. I'm gonna get the new one, day one. I'm gonna go get it anyway because I like Need for Speed.
We have Origin, and because we have Origin.
That too. And I'm gonna get day one. Well, we get it early anyway with EA Access. So I am hoping that he brings me back to Carbon and Most Wanted days.
Most Wanted, man, that was my favorite.
And,
and Carbon was the
Underground days.
Underground 2 has been my favorite since forever.
I love Need for Speed. I hope they said there are going to be no loot boxes in this game. There's going to be no after every, and this is what happened with Payback. They said the same shit about Payback, and then we had rolling wheel spins after every level. And if we failed the wheel spin, we didn't continue the game. You had a microtransaction, that bitch. That's what was the upsetting part about that. To upgrade your car, I've never seen this in a Need for Speed game where you will spin just to upgrade your car. And if you failed, you had to pay microtransactions to continue.
So what, did you have to like farm your wheel spins? In other words, just stay at where you're at and just keep farming it?
Keep playing the same level and keep doing the same shit to continue the story and shit.
Like, in a racing game, that shouldn't be a thing.
Right.
You don't have that in Forza.
That's just pitiful is what it is.
And you don't have that in Gran Turismo. You don't.
No.
I don't know.
It sucks.
I don't understand why they have it in Need for Speed. It just makes no sense.
They didn't even have that in the fuck was it, Drive Club? Like Drive Club didn't have that.
Not even in the Crew.
And the Crew is pretty shit. Like it was shit.
Ice Skater Simulator? When you drive, it's Ice Skater Simulator, dude. Like, forget drifting in that game.
Ugh.
Forget all you know.
I'll tell you what I want. I want the car customization and the music and maybe the drifting and drag racing of Underground or Underground 2.
There you go.
With running from the cops.
Yeah.
And like the story of Most Wanted. And then the overall driving and shit of Carbon.
Well, they said with this one that there's no loot boxes. They're going back to the roots. And they said that this was supposed to be a reimagining of Need for Speed. They're going back to the roots, supposedly.
The only car racing sim / custom tuner game that I liked in the Need for Speed series outside of Underground 2 was not only Most Wanted. Most Wanted, they cut a lot of that shit back, unfortunately, but it was still a good game. Was Shift 1 and Shift 2. Those games, the driving in it were they were on point. So was the customization. So, I mean, if you never got to play Shift 1 or 2, I would suggest pick that bitch up on Steam. You usually find it for like $10.
What is it, Citron or whatever their name is? You probably don't remember this game, but there was a game called Criterion. If you remember them, they were the ones that made that crappy game with Activision, Brink.
Oh yeah, Brink. Yeah.
Yeah, that was so shitty. It was like a Mario Kart ripoff. That was so bad. Wait,
Brink?
Or it was a driving game that you would run.
You mean Juice?
No.
I was about to say.
No. You would go.
I love Juice too.
You would go.
Juice is great.
Not Juice. They didn't make.
Brink was a shooter.
Oh,
yeah,
sorry.
Brink was a shooter.
Sorry,
it
was a racing game where you would go like Mario Kart status and you would get boost and whatnot.
Oh, Split Second.
Something like that.
Yeah. That's what it is. Split second, where like every other lap does something new.
It was so bad.
But that was made by Disney, though.
I'd have to know.
No, they put the money up front.
Yeah, publisher was Disney. The developer was BlackRock Studio.
Oh, okay. I mean, I didn't think it was that bad though. But then again, I didn't play the console port. I had the when it was on phones, and I liked it on phones. And then I played comparing it to the console version. For some reason, it just felt better on the phones, like it was meant for it.
Bruh, you know what? Give me so this is my ideal racer. Okay, give me the simulation of between Shift or Turismo. Give me the car selection of Turismo or Forza. Give me the customization of Forza, and then throw that into a Burnout game. That would be fucking mind blowing. I would play the shit out of that. Because Burnout was my shit. I love.
I mean,
Burnout Paradise is still one of the best racing games you can get on Steam right now.
You are not wrong.
I mean, I have the remastered version on Origin, and I think Rev has it on Xbox.
Blur. Okay, that was the game. Blur.
Oh, Blur. Okay.
Yeah, that game.
I don't even think I even touched that game, dude.
I don't even remember that game.
I think Blur, when it came out, I was still like on the Twisted Metal fucking addiction that I had on PS3. If I
Burnout's a great franchise though, but the last one wasn't that great.
What was the last one that came out?
They tried to remaster the original, and tried.
Takedown?
They tried, yeah, and they tried to put extra features into it. That it just flopped.
Yeah, just
well, that's because that was because of the
great.
Paradise remaster hype. That's probably why.
Dude, Paradise was so much. Oh my god, that is like the best fucking one, dude. I loved it.
I think we should all play that because I know Red's got it on Xbox, but I got it on PC. So wherever we all got it at, we should play
Dude,
it.
I have it on both. So yeah.
Yeah.
But Need for Speed, I'm hoping for the, a really good racing game from EA.
Dude, I want Heat to be good, bro. Like I want them to fucking do right by us finally.
Well, I'm gonna go back to playing Payback. I'm gonna try it again. See if they said they fixed all the wheel spin shit, so we'll see.
I'm thinking, dude. I've thought about like taking out the PS2, blowing the dirt off, and then finding my copy of Underground 2 and just streaming it.
You can play that right now on PC.
If you can find a good download for it, I'll do it.
I should boot up Most Wanted.
Most Wanted's another one you can get on PC.
I don't think I ever beat the final guy on that.
Carbon is on PC. They got a mod for it too.
Where's Underground 2 at? Can you find Underground 2 for me to buy or to download? I mean, I'll buy it if I have to. Fuck.
Maybe
That was one of my
GOG.
favorites. No, I already looked.
No.
What else are we talking about, fellas? I know we had another one with Subnautica and
Yeah,
G2A.
G2A.
Yeah, so what happened with Subnautica? What happened?
All right, so Subnautica's devs are claiming $300,000 in restitution on G2A because of chargebacks from stolen credit cards. The funny part is G2A didn't have their key, what do they call their marketplace, when this whole thing happened like 4 or 5 years ago.
Right.
And it's not G2A's fault anyway. I mean, G2A is a marketplace just like eBay or Amazon, or Amazon is not responsible if somebody buys something that you're selling with a stolen credit card.
Right.
That's not on them.
Right.
And say, have your own opinion on G2A or key sites or whatever, but they're certainly not responsible for people buying stuff on with stolen credit cards, and then they're certainly not responsible for the credit card companies or the banks charging chargebacks for when those charges get reversed by the fraud prevention systems.
Yeah.
And we were talking about this earlier, the huge irony in all of this is that the only reason that sites like G2A exist is because Steam and all the rest of the online digital platforms don't allow selling of your digital property, basically.
Yeah.
Which I don't know how they get away with it, because there's no other I mean, if you go and buy a CD from, well, they don't exist anymore, but say this is back in 1998 and you go and buy a CD from Tower Records, you can sell that CD used. And same thing with a car or a book or a movie or anything like that. I mean, wasn't the whole point of digital games was that all this shit was supposed to be a lot easier. I mean, that was the whole reason why CD keys existed, was because there was no other way for a game company to ensure that you didn't just load your game on multiple computers and play it online with one copy. But with a digital game, that's no longer a problem. They can lock that key to your account, and if you wanted to sell it, they could then take it off your account and put it on the other person's account. It'd be the simplest thing in the world to do.
Right.
Yeah.
But you know, like I said, there's going to be a reckoning coming for digital property with things like, well, returns for one thing. Steam's pretty good about that, but there's a lot of places that don't do returns on digital property. Reselling digital property, ownership of digital property, like when Jeremy from the Quartering got banned from Magic the Gathering Online, and he lost his I don't know how many hundreds or maybe even thousands of dollars.
And that man loves Magic. He can't stop talking about it in his fucking videos, bro.
Oh yeah.
He never shuts up, but he has to tell himself to shut up mid-video recording.
And I mean, I'm sure, if not, like I said, if not hundreds, then thousands of dollars worth of purchased
You know he spent like
cards.
hella money. He
Yeah.
spent, like, a lot of money.
When they banned him, he lost all that shit. And it's like, wait a second. How can you do that? Like, that's property. Like
he poured money into your shit. Like,
well, yeah, Wizards of the Coast is not allowed to go into your house and take back all the physical Magic cards you've bought over the years. Why are they allowed to do it on a digital medium?
Yeah, that's like going to your house and ripping your entire collection and say you're trash, you can't play anymore.
Well, there's been no rules or regulations to it. That's why.
And we were talking about this earlier, and how you were saying like the reason why G2A like exists, right? How like Steam wants to like not play nice. And how we were talking about, what was it? Blue was trying to get you a $5 game, but because he's in Canada, don't work that way. Because
apparently, with no announcement, Steam changed. It was a couple of years ago, but Steam changed their gift rules to where if the price is different between your country and the country of the person you're buying the gift for, then they won't allow you to purchase a gift for them.
And what I find funny is like, all right, so Canada can't buy something for America. But if I wanted to, I can go and turn around and buy Wraith, the $80 digital deluxe version, at the American price, even though his price is $120. I can go buy him the $80 version.
And here's a fucked up part: regardless of the price of what you purchase from somebody, and a lot of people don't know this, and this is something I've always tried to bring to the forefront when we talk about these companies that do this. They get their cut. And it's the same amount Canadian versus what you spend of American.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's just
there's no reason for it.
It's just a currency difference is all it is. But you get the same amount no matter where it comes from.
Yep. And even if the price was different, let's say, because they do see, this is the huge irony, right? The whole reason they changed it was to stop this situation from happening. You're in America, you've got a friend in Indonesia. The games in Indonesia are a lot cheaper than they are in America because they're a lot poorer over there. What they don't want you to be able to do is to say you PayPal him a bunch of money, he buys you a bunch of games at the Indonesia prices and then gift them to you. Okay. Well, it's kind of ironic that Valve wants access to a worldwide market, but doesn't want to provide that same service to its own customers. But, okay, let's just table that for now. A super simple solution would be to just have, when you're buying a gift, the gift gets, I mean, really you could do it at whichever is higher, but at the very least, you buy the gift at the price of whatever it is in the country that your friend is at, and it's obviously region locked, so you can't transfer it, the way they don't want you to. That'd be a super simple solution, and it would still allow people to gift games across the world. Because I was reading an article and there was shit. Every other comment was the same thing. It was, yeah, I've got a friend in China or Japan or England or wherever, and I like buying him games off his wish list for his birthday every year. I've been buying him a game off his wish list for, Christmas or his birthday, and now all of a sudden I can't do that. Valve, you've got customers that want to give you money and you're making it impossible for them. So guess what they're going to start doing? They're going to start going to G2A and buying a gift key off G2A.
And the developer's not getting anything out of it. Or Steam.
I don't think. See, and that's the thing. Like that's kind of a gray area because there are sellers that are in G2A that are licensed to sell, which means every key they sell, they have to pay, or they've already had to pay, or front the money of the royalty to the developers.
Right.
And there's also people like you or me that are like, hey, we have an extra key, we're not using it. You want a game? You know what I mean? Like, here's a key. Merry Christmas. You know what I mean? But I could only see the argument in this is if they were trying to fight key generators. There hasn't been a successful key generator of any game or platform in like over 10 years.
Oh yeah, forever.
So like, what's the excuse now? You know what I mean?
The only key generators that successfully work that I remember is when someone's trying to crack a program that still worked. Like, say, Sony Vegas, fucking ZBrush, old programs, even current, like a lot of programs that just come out, and they're trying to get a pirated copy. Those work, but games, they get that shit on.
Well, see, the thing is there used to be a keygen that worked
for everything. Yeah,
for everything. Even with Xbox Live, you were
Blizzard games, man. I remember when they worked for Blizzard games.
I used to do it all the time when I was like, "Is this game good?" I'm gonna play like the first 20 minutes, and then if I don't like it, I'm not gonna buy it. I'm just gonna delete the thing off my computer.
Yep. That's what I always did.
That's how I did a free trial. I played the first 20 minutes. If I didn't like it in 20 minutes, I wasn't buying it.
So real quick, going back to our Call of Duty topic. So they posted a picture about the beta. So here how it rolls out. Week 1. Get this. PlayStation's getting, I think this is a shafting in itself. So PlayStation's getting it for 2 weeks early. 2 weeks, week 1. Of
course.
From
because they throw that cash out.
From September 12th to the 13th, and then from the 14th to the 16th. Get this, then we're the week 2. We're getting pretty much hosed and shafted.
But so here's the thing about PlayStation. A lot of the community members that own their PlayStation don't want to fucking admit this. But because, I am me and I've had my PS4 for fucking years.
And it's collected dust for a little while.
It literally is a shit show. Like, they don't get to play it for like a week. Because everybody who tries to log in, every year, like clockwork, melt the fucking servers. They bring them down, and it takes them literally a week to bring them back up. Dude, they're not going to be able to play that shit. I mean, yeah, there's going to be some people who play it naturally, like there is every year, but not everybody who actually buys into the bullshit is going to be able to play it. That's why I gave up on PlayStation. I was like, fuck this. Like, what's the point of me having a platform that get this shit for free, or not for free, but early every year, if I can't even fucking enjoy it day one? Fuck them. Like,
not to mention,
you're better off on the Xbox because the second week is usually when they finally get things up and running and going again. So,
not to mention, even what you guys were experiencing in Overwatch, PlayStation gets shafted again because there's bugs that fuck with the whole game.
We'll put it this
way:
way:
it's better to either play it on PC or play it on Xbox.
I'll put my whole PlayStation experience like this when I had it back. When you have to sit in a motherfucking waiting fucking queue to get into your fucking store, there's fucking problems.
I was just about to mention that. Who had the problem with having a queue to get into the store?
I waited
that is some
to
ridiculous nonsense.
Get EA access, shit you not. I waited 35 minutes. And I was telling Brimstone this. Dude, I was going to send him a screenshot. No bullshit. I was sitting in a waiting queue of 35 people. And then it aired out and told me error, can't connect to service. right behind that.
I wonder if that's because of the shitty network adapters. Oh wait, don't you know Sony never does stupid things.
And then when I go to Xbox, there is no waiting queues. You just buy what you want.
It's like you
gift
just
it to
get
your
in,
friend.
you get the fuck out.
You know, Gangster, I was having this conversation earlier with you. Why can't they go the Xbox direction with the whole fucking Steam thing where I can go gift my friend in England a copy, no problems.
Well, it used to work.
But on Steam now, it's like,
But you see, now that we're back on that, what I was gonna say earlier was basically if Valve did what Pete said earlier about making you pay the price that they pay in fucking England, or if someone in England wants to pay the American price, right? Let them do that, and then watch the amount of people on G2A disappear, not completely, but at least 85%, or maybe a little more, maybe like 90%. They all stop
so
buying.
what happened to
from
your
there.
webcam, buddy? Like everything just shit itself.
He got up for a second, so he can't hear you. He had to go to the bathroom.
Oh, okay. Everything had just shit itself.
But no, like, think about it. Like, if Steam did that, we'd have no issues.
Yep.
That's true. I agree with you there.
Then there'd be no lawsuits about G2A. Nobody would talk about G2A. Nobody would talk about these key sellers. Because the thing is, it is a global key. So, like, if I give, like, we're going to go ahead and Wraith. If I give Wraith a global key to any Doom that he doesn't have,
you guys did see
work.
my ugly mug for a while. There you go.
It'll work on his machine. Because when I need a key and I can't find it, I get a global key.
Yep.
And it works.
Right.
So all Steam's got to do is do what Pete said, or just, I don't know, let us go back to how we used to have it and say fuck it. Because they make a lot of money regardless.
Yeah.
They'd make more money if they came out with Half-Life 3 and another fucking TF, another Team Fortress game, make better Valve games, make a Dota 3, make more games. Stop sitting on your ass.
Well, here's my thing with Steam, and it's even with Epic Games and a lot of these launchers. They need to bring out something new and unique. I mean, Epic. When was the last time we
stop being a launcher? Is what they need to stop doing.
When was the last time we got excited for like, oh my god, we need to go on the Epic, not the Epic. I'm sorry, Steam launcher. When was it? Sorry, that was my bad. When was the last time? What was the last time we were so excited for a Steam launch of a game? You know. First party.
Shit, the last time I was excited was when I first got introduced to Steam, which was TF fucking 2 when I used to play TF Classic.
Left 4 Dead 1. Okay, that was the last time I was hyped up. Oh my god, they're making a first party game. Oh my god.
Bro, the last time I was excited for a Blizzard game was Overwatch beta.
That well, I was part of the alpha on that, and I was excited for that. And then they just started ruining things behind that.
Yep. I mean, well, I really think that part of the reason Valve hasn't come out with Half-Life 3, Team Fortress 3, or anything like that, Left 4 Dead 3, is because they know that they'd never be able to live up to the hype.
Because they're out of practice. That's why.
Oh, no, because, I mean...
They don't know. They don't know their own franchises anymore. They're like,
Well, not just that, but, like, gaming goes in cycles, right? There'll be periods where there's just crazy innovation, and then there'll be periods of stagnation. And we've been in a period of stagnation for a good long while where there hasn't really been anything like Half-Life 2. Man, I mean, Half-Life 1 was groundbreaking enough.
I mean, right now, Black Mesa is supposed to be the reboot of Half-Life 1. And it's about to it's according to No Better Name, it's about to be completed. So Black Mesa is supposed to be the retelling of Half-Life. So maybe there's a Half-Life 3, but maybe it'll go under the Black Mesa name. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know, but it's the Duke Nukem forever.
I think. I mean, Duke Nukem's the Duke Nukem story is kind of continuing through Bombshell. They had to, which I think this was stupid. Fucking Iron Maiden had to be renamed to Iron Fury because Ion Maiden. I'm sorry, Ion, because the band Iron Maiden wanted to be a douche. And was like, no, we're gonna sue you if you don't change your fucking name. And I'm like, who's gonna sit here and mistake a franchise with an R missing out of it for your band that people that are older than me talk about majority of the time. Like, really? Like, I've only heard like a few of your songs, and I don't really care for you when I got shit like
Hey man, I like Iron Maiden.
Disturbed that I want to listen to.
But I really do think it's partly the Duke Nukem Forever effect, because, like, you know, with Duke Nukem Forever, it was so long that the hype just kept simmering for forever. They could have come out
You
with the
squeeze
best
that
game.
thing, my dude. You squeeze that thing harder and harder and harder.
They could have come out with the best game in the world, and it still wouldn't have lived up to the hype. And I think the same thing is going on with the Half-Life, with the threes, the Half-Life, Left 4 Dead, and Team Fortress, because there's just what would they do that would be groundbreaking for a game like Half-Life 3 that would equal how much of a difference was between Half-Life 1 and Half-Life 2? Because that's what people would expect. People wouldn't just expect a modern shooter set in the Half-Life world and continue the story of Half-Life 2. Like, that wouldn't be good enough for them. They would expect the same difference between Half-Life 1 and Half-Life 2 to be there between Half-Life 2 and Half-Life 3.
Speaking of the whole reason my departure from PlayStation was simple. When you have a platform like PlayStation that's not willing to fix their software, and you play their games, and like an SSD, you would think an SSD would fix a lot of the problems with the hard drive. It gets 10 times worse. You know there's something wrong. You know there's something bad. And speaking of the Lizard Squad, how many times did Sony allow people into their platform to take it down? How many times?
What was it, Lizard Squad?
Bro, the Lizard Squad came in like twice in a row on Christmas. Back to back for 2 years and took it down.
And it was like loss of money and time.
There were like 2 other groups that were like, oh, by the way, you have a security flaw. Sucks. We found a fix for you. Here's our Twitter. Reach out to us, and we'll give back all your access.
Yeah, there was Lizard Squad. There were like 2 other squads.
They doubled down and then had to invest millions into Microsoft to help them bring their shit back.
Yep. And
all they had
now
to do is just reach out to
and
somebody
they're doing
on Twitter
and they're
be
doing
like,
it
oh,
now.
hey.
Them and Nintendo are doing it now with Microsoft. They're investing in their cloud servers and shit.
Yep. But you see, the thing is, like, Sony was like the biggest asshole of the two. When it came to Nintendo and Sony was like, "There's no security flaw," but Nintendo was just quiet. Nintendo was just straight up quiet. They didn't say shit. All right. So they're kind of in the wrong for that. That they didn't say shit at all. But here comes Sony making a big ass statement. There's nothing wrong. All right, then why were you down for like all of Christmas Day?
They were down for 6 months. See, nobody wants to talk about this. They were down for a total of 6 months.
Oh yeah.
And they screwed the pooch really badly.
That was before the fucking trophy system. Remember when we didn't even have trophies on PS3?
Yeah.
Oh god.
I will also say this: the PS5 will not be a purchase for me.
Same.
That's the first time in generations I've said this.
Bro, this is the first time I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna stick with the American console.
Hey, I'm still gonna be going with the squinty-eyed console. You know, when the Pro Switch comes out. I still love my OG, but you know, when the Pro one comes out, I'm gonna put Android on my OG.
I knew that was coming.
Oh, sorry, my bad. I got into it a little bit. My bad.
Oh man.
If I had to pick between the 2 Japanese consoles, it's gonna be the big.
Oh yeah, it's Nintendo all day. Like I've always given it.
I'd rather sit with their bullshit versus Sony like denying shit all.
Hey, at least they aren't censoring games.
Where I had my criticisms back in like 2006, 2007, when I had huge criticisms on the Wii, I still gave them their due respect. I was like, look, this console's not for us. This is not aimed for us.
Nope,
you know,
it wasn't.
We are more of the PS3 360 guys. Like this is aimed for a younger audience.
The only thing the Wii had for me was Metroid Prime.
But I've always stated this: Nintendo brings quality software to their hardware. They don't even necessarily need a whole lot of hardware to push what they push. Because what they push is quality RPGs, quality, action RPGs, fucking racers. I mean, they do really good in that field. And I think people overlook Nintendo because they just see this simplistic thing, and
they associate it with Kitty.
And it is simple, but you can't argue the fact that
they make it work.
They make it work. Yes.
See, the problem of why Nintendo doesn't get seen the way they are, though, is because when people look at Sony and Microsoft, they push these realistic graphics, and Nintendo being Nintendo, they do stylized.
Well, here's the thing:
so when
Nintendo,
people see stylized, they see Kitty.
I've told this to people. Like, Nintendo's off in their own world. They've never ever tried to compete with Sony. They've never tried to compete with Microsoft.
They don't see.
They don't need to.
They're like
they don't really.
They're like
need to.
we have our big names. We don't see a reason to compete. We're gonna push our big names and we're gonna keep it stylized and make it run optimized instead of run these experimental graphics. We're gonna work with what we got. Less is more. That's kind of their thing.
Can we just bring up the fact that it took the Wii almost an entire decade to finally reach third place?
Yeah.
Like, seriously. Even at the end of its life cycle, it was the #1 selling console in Japan and America. Like, there's a reason for that. The Wii U didn't do well because everybody was still playing a 3DS and a Wii.
Well,
towards the end of the was an add-on.
If you're not talking about
the controller was garbage.
And if you don't want
to
talk about at the end of the generation, Nintendo shot themselves in the foot with the whole Wii not having internet at all.
Oh yeah, the refresh Wii.
That's
the mini
what hurt
Wii.
them.
Yeah,
that's what
right.
hurt them a little bit at the end. People were still trying to. I still have
can't
people to
believe
this
they tried
day.
to sell the fucking mini Wii.
Still to this day, I got people going, man, I want to buy a Wii U, man, just for the Wii Sports and all this shit that took place.
Dude, you know what's funny? The Wii U is actually a good console. Like, I bought one and I loved it, dude. Like, I shit you not.
It had Netflix, Hulu, you name it.
I ever played of Mario Kart in my life.
Same. Like, honestly, I need to bring it up.
Zombie U was fun as shit, though, on the Wii U.
Well, that's the biggest problem with Nintendo consoles is they always go with the gimmick. And that's fine if the gimmick works out. But in the case of, say, the Wii U, where that silly fucking controller, if it doesn't work out...
battery life is terrible, and they're known for batteries.
Dude, I can't even keep my fucking gamepad charged for more than 10 minutes without having to have that bitch plugged in.
Dude, my shit's plugged in, and I can't even play it. That is how bad the battery is.
I'll let you borrow my Pro Controller, bro.
Dude, it is so annoying, bro. Like, I'm just like, how the fuck can I not get enough power through the power cable to just play my games? So I gave up on it.
Zombie U's on Zombie U's on everything.
Yeah,
it's called Zombie, not Zombie U, but Zombie U had its unique thing. What I liked about it was when it hit the screen, you could do certain things with the chest, and you can actually customize your weapons on the fly. It was unique for what Nintendo was trying to do. I liked a lot of games that did that, where you would have to look down at the second screen. I did like that.
I mean, when you look at like the Wii, right? Look, matter of fact, let's look at the Wii, like the nunchucks and the motion controls. You would think that shit would fail.
Dude, Wii Sports all day long, dude. That's what I played. Bowling was the shit.
Yeah. Bowling and boxing was my shit.
Boxing was my shit.
I loved going against people, online and offline. It was great.
I never knew how much of a person I was that was into bowling until I played that, and now I always want to go to the bowling alley.
Hey, it was a fat guy special because you would sweat after playing it. You would get off a session and you were just like, dude, I've never sweated this much in my life. Until I played Wii Sports.
You look at the success of a product that should have failed, right? And now we got Sony still trying to use their fucking motion controls, their navigator, their stick.
Oh,
But they dropped it for a while, and now they're bringing it back for VR. And that just tells you how much influence a company that they hate has on their entire brand.
Well, I like the fact Microsoft has been sticking to their guns. Like, they've been sticking to, okay, we're not bringing VR in. We're not doing all the gimmick. But they did the Kinect. I will say this. They did the Kinect, but the Kinect was a lot less than what Sony was doing with the...
The Kinect was okay. Like, I think it's a product that needs to be tried again another couple.
You know what they need to do with the Kinect?
Yeah, once the technology is gotten...
Boys, the game of the fucking year launched on Steam July 11th of 2019. Are you ready for it?
Go for it.
Oh Lord. Make America great again. Oh my fucking god.
Oh my
He was-
god.
It's $3 I'm thinking about it now.
He
Hey,
assumed the role of president in fighting against Islamic State, who have occupied and brought destruction to areas in the Middle East.
Oh my god.
That's a fucking buy.
Hey, I will say this: they need. Ripso, would you
Stream
agree?
it.
Would you agree with me? Like literally, if they made a Kinect for the PC with 1080p cameras on both sides,
They have one.
they do.
They have one. Let me find it. Yes, they have one.
You know what's funny though? The Kinects, like people hardly use Kinects unless they're like webcams from Mixer now. But literally, government buildings use these bitches.
The Kinect was,
shit-
you know, the Kinect, you know, minus the game shit, but it was great as for a webcam. It was so good as a webcam.
It was a good cam, yeah.
It wasn't shit. The original
It
Kinect
had some
wasn't
really
shit
good tech
either.
in there though.
I think
Like the
the
they
thing
have
I
good
give
tech in 'em,
Microsoft
it's
credit
just-
on is the fact that they're not doing any shitty gimmicks. Like, oh, here's a VR headset, guys. We're gonna go in this direction today.
maybe the next Xbox will have a VR, but like by
No,
that
they
point,
should
they'll have time to
partner up.
perfect it.
I would like to see them partner up with Oculus.
Yeah, let have
Yeah,
Oculus,
don't
Oculus
make one
and Vive
themselves.
support.
Don't make
I'd
one
say,
yourselves. Partner up with somebody that's known in the game.
I'd say maybe Oculus or Vive or both.
No, Lenovo's making the new Vive, and I've heard like mixed things about it.
Well then, yeah, maybe Oculus then, yeah. But
Oculus.
I still want a Quest. So
The
fucking
Quest
bad.
is so cool though. Like it's got Android and everything baked into it.
I just want a wireless.
Watch your
fucking
porn
headset
on the
all way.
go.
I mean, it would look kind of suspicious, but
Watch your porn on the go. Watch your Netflix on the go.
honestly, like I want to get a Quest and I want to get a body tracker to like fuck around in VR chat. And
Yeah,
fuck
so
around
you
in
can
other
feel
games.
those vibrations. You know, you feel.
Okay, we're not gonna talk about our boy Rise, but you know.
It's not the. You're not the only. He's not the only one
Oh,
here.
come on, guys. That ain't right. Our boy's not even here to defend himself. You gotta
Wow, you're
Nah.
taking jabs at Riot for no reason. Oh
Hey, you're
my
taking
god.
jabs at me live on Mixer, but it's all good.
I was taking jabs at you for saying bodysuit over here, but you know you had to bring up Riot for no reason. You should apologize. You should
He
apologize
knows I
right now.
love him.
You should
Shit,
apologize.
I want a fucking bodysuit for maybe that reason. You don't know.
Oh Jesus. Tell me how you really want a VR headset for.
No, I just want to fuck around in VR, blow some shit up.
But okay, so Metro, you mentioned Ion Fury, right?
Yeah.
ResetEra is now trying to ruin the careers of the Ion Fury developers because they have transphobic opinions. The opinion saying that it is bad for parents to decide that their children at birth are trans.
I mean, the
What?
children know what the fuck they want, so why would the
Can you
parent
hit me with
be
a
able to
brick?
decide for a child that can't even think for themselves? You shouldn't be making those decisions until you're about like 16, 17, 18, maybe. I'd say
20.
18 minimum, maybe 20 maximum. And at that point, it's that kid who's now a grown adult's choice. Once they reach 18, that's no longer your concern. Matter of fact, it should be required. Once they reach the legal age of adulthood, they can then decide to alter their body. I'm sorry. That's how I feel. Because
Hey,
if you do it
$60
any
for
younger
this
than
thing?
that,
That's not bad.
it's just going to fuck with them.
Is he cutting out for anybody else, or is it just me?
He's cutting out for
Yeah,
me.
Yeah, I'm hearing some roboting.
I hear a little bit.
From me or him?
Him.
First I heard it from Metro, then I heard it from Rev, but now it's fixed.
Yeah, it's
All
fixed.
right, we're back to normal.
So TLDR. Parent.
So we're back. We got disconnected and we're back.
Back for the first time.
Wow, that was good job. Discord supposedly you're optimized by Cisco. So what the fuck just happened?
Yeah,
Cisco.
your streaming service is gonna do great.
For what I was told, they're optimized by Cisco and Cisco Technologies. I'm like, it says it right down below in your settings, Cisco's Technologies. You'll see it there. I found that very interesting.
But you know, we gotta trust Cisco. It's all good.
But yeah, so I might have to I was kinda on the fence about Ion Fury. But
From what I played of it when it was in early access, it's really good. It's
And I-
basically playing Doom 3 and like old Duke Nukem.
Yeah, Duke Nukem 3D. It looked a lot real similar to that, and I love Duke Nukem 3D.
It's fucking great. Like,
Yeah.
I honestly say pick it up. Like Rice got it for me because I helped him, and like he gifted it to me, and I loved it.
And they refused to apologize for their opinion.
They shouldn't. They shouldn't.
And I gotta support that because,
like I said before we get disconnected, like that's not the parents' decision. That should be that kid's decision, and they can only have that decision made once they become of age, of a legal adult wherever they live.
Yeah, let's all just, you know, like these idiots online, these regressive left retards. Let's just ignore that there's an entire webpage dedicated to sex change regret forums.
Yeah,
Right.
Like
the
there are
mental
people
strain
there-
that shit causes is unreal.
like there are people there that are in their 30s, same age as me, that have stated that they wish they would have fucking waited because they do not feel the same way as they do now versus what they did then.
Yep. And they end up going fucking suicidal because of that. A lot of the suicide data shows that a good chunk of them are like people transitioning that haven't either completed, or people who suffer from fucking depression like me. And there are many other factors. But like, if you look at the data, a large chunk of it, transgenders end up going through suicide because they did it too damn early.
Yep. Well, that's the whole thing. The suicide rate between pre-op or pre-hormones and post are exactly the same.
Yep.
There's no difference. It's like 70-something% or something ludicrous like that. It's higher than the suicide rate of Jewish people in Germany during the Holocaust.
That's why I laugh at when I read like posts on the internet of like, oh, well, people are judging me for making a decision for my 3-year-old child. I'm starting to dress up my 3-year-old child in dresses and putting makeup on it. And now he is a she, and she is a pretty princess, and no one can tell me otherwise. And I'm like, you are fucking that boy's brain up. Like, please stop. That child needs to be yanked from you.
Yep.
I will take that child from you and raise it correctly as a gay man.
It's Munchausen's by proxy. It really is.
That's what happened with that one parent and the daughter.
Yeah. Because these parents, usually mothers, but
fucking helicopter moms.
These parents, they're fucking psycho, and they're narcissistic as fuck. And of course, their lives aren't anything special. And they desperately want to be able to point to something and say, look at what I'm going through. Look at what I have to deal with. Aren't I so brave? Aren't I such an amazing person?
And they want a fucking medal for it.
We're coming in at the 1 hour and 40 mark, just letting you guys know.
They use their fucking kids to fucking basically get a woe is me story. And aren't I such a special, tolerant,
well, it's like everybody that wants a fucking trophy.
Bro, they would hate meeting me. I would, like, people think I'm like the nicest guy on earth, but put me in front of someone like that, and I would be like the riot squad with like the fucking batarang, just fucking banging their little mind open, like opening their horizon and telling them they're fucking stupid.
That fascinates my mind nowadays. Everybody wants a fucking trophy.
It's fucking stupid.
It fascinates my mind because when I was a kid, we never got trophies for finishing last.
And then they blame people like me and you for like, oh, well, you millennials want everything, and I'm sitting here like, don't you lump me with them? They're fucking idiots. I'm smarter than them. Don't fucking put me with them. They're the ones who are gonna go and ruin the next generation, and then everybody's gonna wonder, how did this happen? It's because you changed your kid's sex at the age of 3, right, and you told them they deserve everything, and if anyone tells them any different, they should beat them up, tell them they're stupid because my mommy said so.
Well, guys, what have we been playing? Just to wrap up the night, what have we been up to playing wise, gaming wise?
Warframe and what was the other game I was playing? Shit.
That's a shitty game.
Like, you're fucking mean.
Yeah, garbage game.
I've been playing Call of Duty with you. You know what I've been playing. I've been just chilling out at the end of my night of work and just playing Call of Duty, Black Ops 4.
We gotta get on the whole Forza.
Yeah, we can play Overwatch tonight. I mean, I got it downloaded and ready to go.
Forza, we got a lot of stuff to play. I've been on that Madden grind for a little bit. Real quick, that Madden 20, I will say this. I did get
Killing Floor 2 and Titanfall 2.
Killing Floor 2 is a hell of a good game.
It's a hell of a game.
It makes it turns zombies like literally into like on steroids. That game has got so much going on for it, and they're adding so much shit to that game too.
Yeah, they just added prestige levels. So once you've maxed out a class, you can reset it and get some bonus, like not portrait frames, but like little icons and stuff.
And there's Brimstone working on the vape game. There it is, the vape game in his hand.
Yo, I will say this about Killing Floor though, like that's one of the few zombie games that actually like have me on my toes when it comes to zombie games. 'Cause a lot of zombie games, zombies don't really mean much of shit.
I will also say this.
They're not considered zombies in Killing Floor, so they're Zeds.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry.
I will say this. Speaking of Madden, I know everybody has a different opinion on Madden. I'm actually enjoying this Madden. I don't understand the hate to it. I've had more fun. I've had more fun with Madden in years than this one. And even Brimstone was dying with the invisible trophy thing that was happening in the game. I need to go back and clip that so badly on Mixer. We were all dying, literally, because there was.
Wait, you got handed an invisible trophy?
We got handed a trophy, and you hand it to the other dude, and the game is so glitching out. Literally. The guy's holding the trophy up in the air, and it literally, like, the trophy's got a mind of its own.
The floating shit. Yeah, the floating. I mean, but that's typical, like, EA, not debugging their shit like they should, but yeah.
Well, the game came out weeks beforehand, and
you're playing the beta right now, right? Or whatever? Like,
no, it's the full release. I got it for free.
Oh, shit, that was full release?
That was full fucking release. I'm having fun with Madden nonetheless. I think, if you are hardcore into Madden, then go play 19. If you like a little toned down version of Madden, go play 20. Or don't buy it at all and wait it for being half off later down the road. You know what I mean?
I will say this, Rev, since that game has been glitchy, if your character, as you're running, starts flying like that meme of like the Minecraft potion hitting the kid and he starts floating away, clip that shit because I want to see it.
Well, there was another one when I got tackled. Literally, I was floating. I was drifting.
I want to see it.
All float down here.
So, sports games wise, I'm excited for the FIFA and the NHL this year.
I downloaded FIFA. I got Madden 20 downloaded. I need to play it.
We need to start an Ultimate Team on that.
Yeah. Oh, I've been playing UFC.
UFC's pretty good too.
Bro, so I see why they were considering putting UFC in EVO, because you gotta be tactical in that game. Like, you can't just do a 30 hit or an endless like you can in fucking Tekken or Marvel vs. Capcom or Blaze Blue. Like, they shit, your punches count. Your kicks count. Like, every bit of that stamina bar you have counts. And the more you use of it, the more useless your punches become, the more softer your kicks are. So,
Lavon Kaysen, what up, buddy?
I'm actually really enjoying UFC right now. UFC 3 is so far has been really good in the little career thing that I started. So I'm having a lot of fun with that.
They need to bring out Knockout Champions back. They need to bring that franchise back, the boxing side.
Fight Night,
yeah, they really.
Fight Night needs to come back.
MVP Baseball's another one they need to bring back from the grave. They've been in talks about bringing NCAA back. So the reason you see NCAA on Madden 20 is because they're paying the NCAA to have that.
Oh, they're finally going to pay these players now?
Well, yeah, that's what they're talking about, doing something.
About time.
The thing with Madden 20, I'll say this now, and I'll probably be writing a review for it down the road. Madden 20, there is their glitches, but the game I find fun. I mean, I like Madden. I haven't enjoyed a Madden in like, what, 5 years? Because every other Madden's been the same.
You've played them. You've played them since, and you've told me before, like you just got tired of it because it just felt like they what was it? They all felt like 2012 is what I think the last time we talked.
Yeah, they were like reskinned like 2012. I haven't played a Madden that has been interesting. This story mode, I like playing the quarterback. So the whole thing is when you play as the quarterback, then this one, the storyline's there. I like Friday Night Lights, the movie, right, with Billy Bob Thornton. I've always been a fan of that franchise. So they do the whole story thing like Friday Night Lights. Now, a lot of people don't grapple and won't gravitate to it because they never seen the movies and don't get it. They don't understand sitting on the bench for so long and, what is his name? Buddy Miles? Movie Miles or something like that from Friday Night Lights in the original movie with Billy Bob Thornton when he gets his knee freaking blown out or something like that. Legendary movie, though. Billy Bob Thornton can play anything and literally rock the shit. Anything else, guys, we want to add for this week?
Well, I mean, we're talking about games that we were playing.
Yeah,
you already know I play Rocket League, right? I know I play Rocket League like it's my cocaine. So, if you guys have a number to a Rocket League help hotline, I'd love to have it because, I'm addicted.
Here, that
is literally all you
Brimstone. For you, Brimstone.
Like, I like Rocket League.
We're trying to get this man to go to AA Anonymous for Rocket League here and play
Let me put it this way: every time I come home and he's down here, you want to play Rocket League? I'm like, no.
I'm sorry, it's addictive.
Hey,
No.
I've had my fun. Me and Brimstone rocked that shit pretty hard for a while there, and then Brimstone's like, I'm done. When he says he's done for a while.
Yeah, I mean. And it's same with Siege. Like, I was playing Siege with Go-Get for, like, months on end. Like, almost a year, actually. And I just got to a point in that game where I'm like, okay, I need to, like, kick back on this shit. Like,
but I mean, Brim, you know me. Like, whenever I was in my not my Rocket League, my Overwatch craze, like, you didn't want to play for a while.
And that
seems like that shit lasted for, like, 2 years for me.
Well, Brimstone's like he has his peaks and valleys. One minute he likes something really a lot, and that's with all of us, though.
Yeah.
And story games, it's
hence my enormous PS2 and PS3 collection.
Well,
I mean, in my garage right now.
We've had this conversation between me and you. We've said this. Story games nowadays have to captivate us to really play it. It has to really interest us and rope us in. Like Tomb Raider franchise, love it. I'm gonna play the last one just to finish it out, because it's really exciting.
But I mean, trust me, like when Metroid Prime comes out for the Switch, when 4 comes out, that's all I'm gonna be playing until I'm done.
Well, I tell you this now, Gears 5, I'm all over it. You gonna play that story?
See, yeah, that's your type of game right there. Yeah.
Gears 5 is gonna be playing. We're gonna be
playing.
You already know all we're gonna do is play multiplayer. That's all we're gonna do.
No, story. I gotta see what Cat knows.
When it worked. Okay, when I didn't have my issues and when it worked, it was a fantastic.
And Metro's gonna be joining us, right?
I'm joining you. We're gonna roll through 4 as well, so I'm thinking about doing 4 with you soon because I downloaded it.
Because I know Lone wants to go through 1, 2, 3.
Yeah,
all
I can download
of them,
those 2.
And I'm like, oh man, that's gonna.
But I know me and you, our focus was 4 because I played 1.
Oh yeah, we still need to play 4. We need to play some multiplayer of that shit.
Yeah.
Well, me and Rev wanted to do story together because I
gotta
beat
take
1, but I don't really
because
remember 2 and 3.
Have you played 4, the story?
No, I haven't. But I thought about doing an entire playthrough from 1 to 4.
Got you.
On my stream. Like I've thought about it. Like I've seriously considered.
I would join you on that. That shit's fun.
I want to do a co-op run through.
You know, the storytelling in 1 through 3 is mostly Dom's story, which I liked about the first 3 was like a telling of Dom's story, the beginning, and the middle, and
then he got older and then became his son. Yeah,
I mean,
which is fine because like
you're thinking of Marcus Phoenix. Like Dom was like the first 3, the first gen.
The
first generation of the Locust. You know what I mean? So I felt that story. I felt that storyline.
And then it became Marcus. Yeah.
Then it became Marcus's son and Cat, and we're gonna find out what happens to Cat in the next one, which is gonna be exciting. Exciting.
Which is pretty much the Queen of Blades.
Can't wait.
I'm actually hyped for it. Yeah.
I'm not hearing you.
I'm down for it though. Like I don't care if they pull from StarCraft universe
and they need to make another Quantum Break.
God, yes, please.
I love the writers of The Fringe. They made that game. They made it with Sean Ashmore. He's an amazing actor. Why not give me more?
At first, I didn't like it with Sean Ashmore, but then, like, the more I played of it, I learned to, like, really appreciate
the cutscenes were fantastically done. The live action into the video games universe was really good.
Did they ever release a show for it or no?
No.
Or a movie?
Microsoft canned the project because they said it didn't sell enough. Didn't sell enough. That's why. What was the other one was made by Platinum Games or something like that? They felt
Scalebound.
Scalebound. They felt there was going to be not enough audience for it.
Bro, I'm still mad about that. I wanted that to be a thing.
Platinum Games has got Nintendo behind them, so I'm assuming that game will be remade for the Switch.
Oh,
no doubt about that.
I want that to at least. I don't care where it comes out. It can come out on PC. Scalebound needs to see the light of day. I don't care where it goes.
I am at the same point right now.
The shit that they showed off for that game just needs to come out because that was a breath of fresh air.
I know their focus is on Bayonetta 3 right now,
and that's fine. But Scalebound at some point in my lifetime needs to come out.
Should. With Quantum Break 2, that would be great. THC Nordic is the one that brought it to PC. I wouldn't mind them like taking that franchise off Microsoft's hand and making another one.
Yo, speaking of THQ, you know what they need to fucking do since they're remastering a lot of shit and they're getting like a lot of their properties back. Sarge's fucking Heroes from the fucking 3DO to 64
You know what
days.
game they're remastering?
Run the whole collection back.
You know what game they're remastering? A WWE game that I actually liked a lot. SmackDown SmackDown in Your House. They're bro, bring it down or bring it or something like that. They're remastering that from the ground up.
That'd be nice.
They're doing a 25th anniversary of that because they're doing the SmackDown Live 25th anniversary without The Rock. Get this, without The Rock. And I'm going to tell you what, Rock made SmackDown. SmackDown was made by The Rock. Why not have him be involved? Don't get it.
They're going to yank the Rock out of the game? Or
they didn't even invite The Rock to the SmackDown reunion. That's happening when they launch on Fox.
Wow.
I thought that was a slap in the face.
That's fucked up because I remember that for The Rock.
I think it was Just Bring It. I think that's the one they're remastering with Brock Lesnar and all that on the front cover back in the day.
You can't have that game, though, without The Rock, though.
Well, no, The Rock's going to be in it, but they're going to remaster THQ Nordic and Yanks Games or whatever is behind the 2K series is going in and they're remastering it from the ground up.
I wouldn't be surprised if The Rock comes out and is, like, salty as fuck and tries to, like, fight them over.
Well, I'm excited THC Nordic is going back to their roots. I heard another Red Faction Guerrillas in the works.
Like I said, if they come out with Sarge's Heroes, that'd be a great army game to revisit.
Well, I know Saints Row.
Because Tan versus Green, like I missed that.
I know Saints Row is making another game. They already talked about that they're working.
Yeah, they announced that's coming out with another one.
And a movie.
Bellisions, I think, or however they pronounce it.
And what's the other one they're working on, which is in the talks? Gears of War movie with Terry Crews and Dave Bautista. I'd be all right with that. Coltrane as Terry Crews. I'd be all right with that.
I could just see Terry Crews being a fucking fool.
Well, that's what that's what Coltrane is.
Yo, we need a Halo like live action though.
Anyway, guys, you guys want to shout?
They have that.
Well, we need another.
Forward on a Dawn was amazing. I loved it.
Well, we need another one though. Like I want more of that.
Well, since we're getting the end of the show, anybody want to shout their stuff out? Everybody here, where they're located, where they're at, on the social medias.
My name is Brimstone, and I'm currently over out of Origin. Add me up, bro. We can play some PC games together. Anthem's on sale right now, so I might buy it again for the second time.
Oh, Jesus.
Or Battlefield Hardline, one of the two. You know, the most lowest rank of the rank.
We should play that on Xbox.
I am the underdog king of the world. So, yeah. Totally me, bro.
Also me.
And I identify as a Zerm.
Well, anyway, me and Brimstone are working on the vape game, right, buddy? We're working on that.
The vape game is a new channel, bruh, and like it's pretty awesome.
Oh Jesus.
Oh wait, we're talking about the channel or the vape?
The vape game, or the channel. You and your.
No, I know.
We're having a moment of bliss with Brimstone. Brought to you by the vape game. Next thing you know.
But seriously, I am thinking about buying Hardline though because it's like $5 right now, and
that's a steal.
For $5,
that's a steal.
I mean, like it's $5.
And we got Gangster over here. We're going to the Gospel of Gangster. Let's go.
Come on, man. Get your note cards ready.
Always play shooters.
There you go. You're gonna get, if you ever do, you're gonna get the Bible. You're gonna get the Gangster of Bible out and start.
I will create the Bible of Gangster.
There you go. Anyway, guys, you can follow me on all social media out there. Mixer for mainstreaming. That's where I'm gonna be from here on out. Mixer, nothing else. Because I enjoy it.
He's gonna you give him $5 for every $5 he'll holler for $1.
Oh Jesus, no, hell no, not like that. How about yourself, Metro?
I mean, you know what it is, the resident gay coming at you. No, I'm probably I'm probably about to abandon Twitch, but you can find me everywhere from Mixer to DLive or Twitter. Same name, no matter where I am.
I'm on Mixer too. I'm with these guys.
Check out all the communities we're a part of: Stream and Chill, the Game Talk server, and also RevTech Entertainment. All the servers. Come join them all. Come hang out with us. We play games all the time.
And if you come to my server, you get special dick sucking perks.
Metro. Make sure to check out the Cosmic Rebels Discord. Is that what it's called? I'm sorry. If I butchered that, I am so sorry. No disrespect.
It might be. I'm going under a rebranding right now.
Oh my God, he's got that soft voice. Next thing you know, he's gonna be like, "Hey guys, my name is Tyrone." Okay.
So, are you ready to buy your gamer girl bathwater?
Oh Jesus. Anyway, I'll take you guys out with some XP, a boy XP. Make sure to check him out on everything: Bandcamp, Facebook, YouTube. Make sure to check him out. And I'm gonna take you out. And bye, guys, for the week.
Bye.